Oh no! We are live. All right, look, a mini episode, Dad's Bet Baseball. I have brought in my buddy Chris, aka E-Bomb. We're gonna actually all we're gonna do on this is lab and show you some cool stuff that we do with Hall of Fame bets. Hall of Fame bets, you can use code DADS. You get half off. You get 50% off the first month. The first week is free. We do a whole bunch of stuff with it. We also use our site Handygraphs with it. But Chris, dude, welcome. This is your first appearance. It's like a week 0 version of Dad's Bet Baseball, but welcome to thanks for coming in.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. You know, I'm getting back a little bit into the content game. I never thought it would be for baseball. I'm usually a golf football guy, but here I am, and it's 2025. So, getting my feet wet with the baseball scene.
Yeah, man. Well, look, so you are like an elite golf guy, and you started learning baseball stuff. And, you know, we were talking about, I was like, hey, we use this for team markets. And then I was asking you the other day, hey, how are you using Hall of Fame bets to do this Yerfy Nerfy thing? And you showed me, and I thought it was really valuable to show everybody because it was pretty fucking sharp. So, all right. So E-Bomb, we're going to share the screen. You're going to show everybody, kind of take us through your process on Yerfy Nerfies using Hall of Fame bets.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I joined Hall of Fame bets. Adam got me onto this. I just want to support the brand and everything. And it's actually a really good tool. So if I'm looking at Yerfies and Nerfies, we're always looking at stuff that with like pitchers just to start off with. So if I'm looking at the slate tomorrow, I kind of went through it for the most part. So I did find something I did like. So for the Guardians White Sox game, I would click on research here, and then I would go right to the pitchers. So for the first one, I'm going to go to Smith over here, and I'll bring that around.
Shane Smith, right, who is sneaky sometimes a K guy, but like he's really good he's good early. Like, well, but I don't know what'd you find?
So what I pretty much find for Yerfies and Nerfies, I go right to hits. I keep it simple. As it's showing here, 30th with a green, so that's a favorable matchup for him based off not giving up hits, which is always great for a Nerfie. And as far as the other stats go, Ks, home runs, they're kind of in between. It's like hit or miss for the most part with the orange or yellowish, if you will. So that's fine with me. But at the end of the day, I'm really looking at hits. I want to keep it simple. And since this is green, I like that as well. So
just so that I know, if I'm looking at that and I go into a pitcher and I'm on Hall of Fame bets and I see 30th and it's green, that is that the match green means that you click that the matchup is really good for him limiting hits versus like getting hit on.
Correct. Yeah. So green is good for the pitcher. Red is bad. So
okay, got it. Cool. And that's universal. That makes it so much easier. That's great.
Yep. It makes it real simple. Green to go, red to stop. So, and then now if I go over to Gavin Williams, who,
are we Spencer really going to put can we, producer Spencer, can we throw the tab up or there we go. Boom.
Okay, cool.
We got it. It'll be a second and it'll load up. It'll do it.
Oh, present. Let me see. Maybe I was off here. Let me see.
All right. What did you break?
I'm good now. Okay. That was on me. All right,
there we go. Cool. All right. So there you go. You go to Gavin.
So I went to Gavin, and as you see here with the hits, 29th in green for hits. So that means he's not going to give him much hits up against the White Sox. And also he's favorable with Ks and not giving up home runs, which is an added bonus.
All right. So he's good.
Yep. So both ends, both of them are in the green for hits at least. This is extra bonus that's in home runs and Ks. But since they're both in greens, we're going to lean towards the Nerfy side. But this doesn't stop here, though. This is just for Hall of Fame. We're keeping it simple. So right now, at this moment in time, we're liking the Nerfy side of this game.
All right. And so then what's the next step?
The next step will be we go on to Handygraphs here. Handygraphs is fantastic. You get all the stats in one spot. You get all the ERAs. You get all the hitting and pitching stats. It's real easy and simple. And honestly, using both of these tools cuts up a lot of time. You don't really need to use a lot of time to use these steps. And, being a dad and everything else, we're getting yelled at left and right to do all kinds of stupid shit. So,
I get it.
We need to be with our time, right?
Yeah, dude. This is like why I have like. This is why I wanted to bring you on so I could show everybody like here's the here's the user flow. Like, and especially now that I can do Hall of Fame bets on my desktop, it makes life so much easier because I can just switch the tabs and do that stuff. So, all right, so you're on this. You go to HG after you've gone to HOF, and then what do you do to kind of, you've seen two pitchers that you like because they're limiting hits and they're good.
So where I'm at right now. Okay. So I think my thing was kind of going crazy there, but now I'm good. Okay, cool. So I'm on for tomorrow because this is for tomorrow's games. So what I was looking for was Chicago White Sox, which is Shane Smith. He's a righty going against Cleveland. And then I have Cleveland, Gavin Williams, also righty, which is fantastic. So when I see that they're both right-handed pitchers, I go over to the side for batters right up here.
Yep.
And then we're going to go to filter. Nope. We're not going to filter. We're going to, let's see. Right-handed pitching right there. All right. And then when we go to right-handed pitching, we're going to go to the last 30 plate appearances. So it's enough of a data size, but it's not over the top where you're taking the whole season where, you want to see how they're doing at that kind of closer moment time.
All right.
So then when I'm looking at that, I'm going to go to the Chicago White Sox first. And when I look at the lineup, I look at the first four batters because they're probably going to see at least three batters, but possibly four. So after that, if they're already getting
really
to that
sharp,
point,
dude. That's really sharp. That's like a really sharp way of thinking about it. I know I tell you this all the time, but it's like really smart. That's really smart.
So, I mean, like if you're already going to get to the fifth or sixth anyway, it's probably, you're really going to see these batters because they're your first batters of the day. So we're looking for a Nerfy, right? So we're looking for not giving up hits. So what I first look at is the BIP, which is the batting average, batting in play.
Balls in play. Yep.
So that's the one I feel like is the most important between the average and the BIP. And as we see here, we have three guys that are terrible in blue. They're 0.143, 0.080, 0.174. I look for at least two, maybe three that are going to be favorable for whatever I'm going for at that time. Since we got three, that's fantastic. That's a really good lean for me there. And then after that, since that's good, if it was all red, then I would be kind of wary and I probably would back off most likely because I'm like, well, these guys are pretty good against them. What I also like looking at as well is hard hit balls and barrel percentage. So if you see here, you have blue with these two, with the second and third hitter, and then barrel's all blue for the most part. And Adam, you can elaborate on this as well, but barrel percentage is like how, like, I guess the launch angle, I guess for the most part when it comes
it's the number of times when they're making hard contact that they have a barrel. So like it basically means like hard hit is like over 96 miles per hour, and then a barrel is like that sweet spot part of the bat.
So we're trying to limit all that because we just want really ground balls at the end of the day, or just something that's real easy to field. So those are all blue. That's fantastic. I like that for that side. So then we're going to look at Cleveland over here now. So if I go over to Cleveland, we're looking at the first four batters. Look at this.
Wow.
BIP, it's all blue city. Like, look at this. This is all blue. It's outrageous. The whole team's blue. It's disgusting. So it's BIP. It's just you're just looking at it. It's all blue, which is all Nerfy all the time. And if we go across here, we got it's not as blue, but I like the fact that the BIP is just
you can call it BABIP. You're an official baseball.
See, I'm used to the baseball betting scene for the most part, but I gotta get the lingo.
It's sort of like how I don't know how to do like what is like strokes gained at like SGA and stuff.
Yeah.
No, you can call it BABIP. It's fine. You're good.
BABIP, perfect, fantastic. But anyway, we got the barrel percentage. That's 2 out of 4. That's blue, which I like. So pretty much at the end of the day, they're not getting good contact, like to an extent of all red, but then the whatever the hell it's called, but you know what I'm saying, but BABIP or whatever, it's all blue and it's all perfect for Nerfy action. So I already bet this at minus 130 at ESPN. So this is how I kind of attack it.
Are you able to go over to Hall of Fame bets and like do you go back to that and then does it have like the Nerfy line and some of the stuff there? Just kind of
sure. So if we go, So I mean, for what it's worth, I really don't use this as much. I know it's like a reference for how these pitchers go for the most part, but I feel like, with teams that are good.
No. I meant the price. The price and stuff's on there, right? Or like, can you find the price, or does it? It's under. I think it might be under leaderboard. I don't know. Sometimes they do it.
All right. Leaderboard.
I use it on leaderboard because when I'm on leaderboard, so if you go to leaderboard and then batting.
Okay.
And then go to, this is not it, but it's another thing I use. Oh no, go to batting and then game lines. Sorry.
Game lines. Okay.
Game lines. Yeah. First total, inning runs total underneath
it. Okay.
And then I use this to gut check everything on everybody. And then if you scroll through this, you're probably going to see, this is only 25. So if you go to the last 10 games, there it is. Look, the White Sox are like an aggressive nerfy team. And you can see that right there.
Okay.
And then I bet you if you look at the last 5, it's gonna what's it's gonna say for Cleveland. If you go to the last 5.
Last 5, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Scroll down. Do we see the Guardians on there? The Guardians had a good game.
Cleveland's right here.
Yeah, they both stink. All right, so it's great. No, this is perfect. It's a play.
Yeah, I think it's a good play. I mean, I think it just everything leans towards it. There's a lot of blue with it, and at the end of the day. I just want to make it simple, and time efficient. And these are kind of things I look at. Sure, I could look at also like Ks and, caught swinging and, all those other things too. But I think if we just kind of simplify it and go from there, that's kind of how I attack it. So, yeah, the nerfy tomorrow with the Cleveland and the White Sox.
Nice, dude. All right. Well, look, this is a mini episode. Spencer, you can wipe. There you go. But it's a mini episode, but you cannot leave without giving us a dad move. As you know, the dad moves are just like, what's something that you're recommending? What's something that you're really proud of? Something you want to, it can be a flex, kind of a life lesson. We kicked this off 3 months ago or 2 months ago, and Spencer gave giant trash bags to remove a dead bird. I can go first. Generally speaking, my dad move is more of sometimes the dad moves end up being like a husband move too. And it's always have the volume down on your phone. Because generally speaking, if you are in your late 30s or early 40s, just generally speaking, if you're a male, you're probably getting memes from your friends. And a lot of times they are not appropriate to be playing around people. So if you default always have your sound turned down, you never have to worry about, I don't know, someone sending you a pornographic meme or something and it going off really loudly in front of your wife at dinner, as has happened multiple times in the last week and a half because of my degenerate friends. So anyway, that is my dad move of the week, is turn your sound down on your phone. Do you have a dad move of the week before you get out of here?
I do. As far as, I guess it's kind of a husband move, but I guess you can have it as a dad move as well. Yeah. You get your chores done early. You get them done. It's good PR. I'm all about good PR when it comes to dealing. So I'm in a house that I have my wife, 2 daughters, and my 2 dogs are female. So I'm in a house with a bunch of women. So it can get pretty hostile and emotions run wild and everything kind of goes crazy. But, if you make them happy in the beginning, you do all the things you can do, then you can get to your sports and you're like, hey, I did all this stuff. I mowed the lawn. I picked up dog shit. I did everything else. You do the good things in the beginning. I wake up early anyway. I wake up so early. So I get all my stuff done early. She relaxes. I get her coffee. You do good PR. I'm all about good PR because you got to bank those. You got to bank those at the end of the day. Banking those, you can cash those eventually. You can definitely cash those.
It's like Dave and Buster's. It's like tickets.
Exactly. And you can cash them, for your kids that you're like, hey, I got you your popcorn, or whatever. You do these little things. They add up. Eventually they don't give you shit, maybe they'll bug mom more than you, it all adds up at the end of the day. So if there's any lesson I have, especially being in the house with a bunch of females, good PR and do it at an early time so you can enjoy the rest of the day.
I love it. That's good. All right. So, Chris, tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Chris Ebom on Twitter. I'm usually tweeting about golf, anything else I'm feeling froggy about for the most part. But that's where you can find me at Chris Ebom on Twitter.
Nice. So this was our like mini like Hall of Fame bets, like some cool usage that we have with it because we have killed team markets with this. We've been playing a lot of extra base hits off of it. Teams
It's been fantastic with that.
It's been awesome for that.
Really good.
Today was weird because of the weather. Like the weather was just, we got rainouts today, which it was also Thursday slate, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, I love the extra base hit stuff. And
yeah, they've been cashing pretty good recently.
Yeah, they've been really good. That was this. Tomorrow, we're gonna have a really special episode. It's just the home run derby. It's gonna be myself. It's gonna be Mike Montgomery. It's gonna be Colby Marchio. We're gonna have special guest host of Sheffield Shuffler, Pete Vitale. CJ's not around. He's in Slovenia, like doing whatever about Luka Doncic because he's a big Luka Doncic fan. And but Spencer's going to be on my team, and we're gonna draft home run derby bets. So but that being said, Hall of Fame Bets, hofapp.com. You can use code DADS and just check out their Discord, check out all their stuff. This is, of all the apps that we use, it's one of the ones that has this really good way of us going below the fold on a lot of markets, and it's a lot of fun, and we use it with handy graphs as well. So I am Adam Rosenberg. You can find me at Hey Rosenberg, and we are at Dad's Bet Baseball. You can like, subscribe, tell your friends, and again, you will see us again tomorrow at 1:00 Eastern time. Chris, because CJ's not here, you get to give the final word of this mini episode. And what is the final word?
Time saving. That's what it is.